Hi, welcome to the show. I'm here today with Joan Palumbo. My name is Lori Page. We're going to be showing you some yoga on the mat today. It's actually designed to strengthen the muscles in the spine for posture control. Thank you for being here, Joan.
Nice to be here, Lori.
Thank you.
I think what we'll do is start out by getting down on the floor.
Okay. Show me how.
All right. Bring your right foot forward and then bend the back knee to the floor. Bring your right knee down and extend your arms, hinging at the hips. Place the hands down and then slowly forward. And then bring your left arm, leave your left arm straight out and bring your right hand beside you and give yourself a little push. And there you are.
Nap time.
Yes, almost.
Okay.
So doing exercises on the floor are excellent for the spine because you're not having gravity pull you down as when you're standing. You're using gravity to release the muscles. And this way get the natural curves in the lower back. So you're going to bend your knees, placing your feet on the floor. Bring your arms out into a T shape and then slide them down midway between the shoulder and the knee like an A shape, A frame. And you are fine. You don't need anything under your head. If the chin goes down to the chest when you're lying down, you need to put a roll, a towel roll, something behind your neck to bring that head up. Because when you're lying down, you want to be as though you are standing. So your forehead and your chin should be level. If your head falls back, then you put something under the back of your head to bring it to that point. You're fine. Your forehead and chin are level. That's fine. So you lie in this position for about 5 minutes to let everything release. So breathe nice and deeply. Let everything go. You want to totally and completely relax. And we're not going to lie here those full 5 minutes. We'll lie here for a little bit. It takes a little while for the muscles to release and let go. So one of the first exercises we're going to do is lift your arms up toward the ceiling, clasp your fingers together. You can point your index fingers, press through the arms, trying to actually touch the ceiling so you're lifting your shoulders off the floor. On an inhalation, bring your arms slowly back, trying to lay them flat on the floor or get as close to the floor as you can. And on the exhalation, raise them back up, pointing the fingers toward the ceiling. If you cannot get the arms as far back as the floor, you can use a block or towel, something to rest the arms on so that you have something to push into. So you should feel this in your shoulders. This is really working the muscles of the shoulders, helping to strengthen the back muscles and to lengthen the front muscles. Because as we age, gravity pulls us down, stretching the back muscles and tightening the muscles in front of the chest, which causes the rounded shoulders and the dowager's hump. So all of these movements are designed to strengthen the muscles that need to be strengthened and to stretch the muscles that need to be stretched. So once more, and then you can lay your hands at your sides. So bring your hands at your sides with your palms facing up, close to your body. And we're going to do an arm stretch. So you're going to raise your right arm straight up and back, palm down. So you should feel a good stretch around the shoulder area. And then exhale back. If you need to take more breaths while you're doing that, you can do so. And alternate arms. And stretch. So alternate back and forth, inhaling, down, exhaling, returning. You're stretching from the area of the rib cage, from the rib cage all the way through the arm to the fingertips. So do once more on each side. And then place both arms at your side. And we're going to do a leg stretch. So flatten out your right leg, toes pointing to the ceiling. As a matter of fact, flex the toes toward your knee. Push out through the heel. Push from the hip, through the leg, through the heel. Keep your heel on the floor. Stretch, keep breathing, keep breathing. Hold for a few seconds. Let's see, can you put your- And then release. Bend the knee, resting the foot on the floor. And extend the opposite leg. Stretching from the hip all the way through the heel. Flex the toes. Breathe. And release. Bend both knees. And now we're going to do the arm and the leg at the same time. So raise your right arm onto the floor and right leg above your head. Flex your toes and then stretch from your rib cage through the arm, from the hip through the heel. Breathe. And release. Other side. Arm back. Palm faces the ceiling. And this one. Stretch. Rib cage through the hand. From the hip through the heel. Stretch and breathe. And release. And then we're going to do a shoulder press. So we're going to alternate the shoulders. Bring your hands down to your sides, the palms up or facing your thighs, whichever is more comfortable for you. Take an inhalation and press your right shoulder blade into the floor, all the way down to the floor, as far as you can. And then exhale and release it. And then the other side, inhale, press that shoulder all the way to the floor. On the exhalation, release. So alternate. One, trying to keep your head looking straight up at the ceiling. Stretch as much as you can, trying to reach the floor with that shoulder. This is stretching those front muscles in the chest and tightening up the back muscles, strengthening the back muscles. Once more each side. Relax, take a few breaths. And then we're going to do the head press. Press the shoulders down to the floor. And then just press the back of your head gently into the floor. This strengthens those muscles that are around the neck that support the head. Hold for a few seconds. Release. And hold again. Do that 3 times. And then release. And this time we're going to do a thoracic lift. That is lifting the spine between the shoulder blades, so I call it lifting the heart. Press your shoulders into the floor and lift your heart. You don't want to lift the rest of the body. You're trying only to lift that part of the spine that's between the shoulder blades. If it doesn't feel like anything is moving, that's okay. Just imagine it's moving. And if you do that enough times, eventually it'll catch on. But this is where the dowager's hump is created. So we want to really strengthen that area between the shoulder blades.
What is the dowager's hump?
It's when the muscles are very weak and they curve and
And the hunchback, the
And the
back looks all
hunchback, yeah,
hunched over and
yeah,
everything, that's
yeah.
what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
so do that again. Pressing the shoulders, lifting the spine, the thoracic spine. One more time. Now I think we're going to turn over and we're going to do a roll over onto your stomach.
Okay.
And you want to place your forehead on the floor. Tighten your abs. And you're going to lift up your right leg. Keep the knee straight, lift it up, and release down. Opposite leg. And release. This helps strengthen the gluteus muscle, so just keep going back and forth, which helps keep the pelvis level, helps your posture. One more time each side. And then after this, come onto your hands and knees. So you want to do a balance. So your wrists are directly under your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. Can you do that?
It's okay, yeah.
And then you're going to get that right wrist positioned under your shoulders. Spread the fingers out. And then you're going to raise your right arm up, past the ear, extend through the arm. Breathe. And release. Other side. This time get the right wrist to stabilize you. Spread the fingers. Lift the left arm past the ear. Extend through the arm, looking straight down at the floor or a little bit in front. Release. And then we'll do the leg. So stabilize yourself with your wrist directly under the shoulder, and then extend your right leg straight out, and then lift the foot. You want the hips to stay level. You don't want to lift the hip higher than the other side. So hips are level. Extend through the foot. Breathe. Release, bending the knee. Let's do the other side. So the right hand straight ahead. Oops. Move the left knee straight back and then lift. And release. Now, there is a pose called child's pose that you relax in, but for seniors, this is the normal, or the usual child pose. But for seniors who do have to be concerned about their spines, you don't want to round the spine. So you would just keep your knees under your hips and you would slide the hands forward to keep your back in a more neutral position. Pushing the tailbone back and lifting the heart. So that helps keep the natural line of the spine. And then you can come back up. And I think we'll do a side pose. How does that
Okay.
strike you?
Strikes me.
So come onto your side. Yeah, lie on your left side. Okay. Straighten yourself out, lie down. Head on your arm, that's it. And then you're going to push your lower leg into the floor. Lower leg, push into the floor.
Okay.
Hold for a breath. And then you're going to lift the top leg straight up. Take a breath. Release down. Do that 2 more times. And this also strengthens the outer hip. Want to keep all the muscles strong around the hip, the gluteus muscles, the side hip muscles. After 3, then you can turn around to the other side. Push the bottom leg into the floor, hold for a breath. And then lift the other leg 3 times. And then you can lie on your back. And one of the best exercises for the spine is the bridge to strengthen the core. So you're going to bring your arms close to your body. The first thing you're going to do is push both shoulders down into the floor. Lift the heart. Tighten your abs real tight. Push your feet firmly into the floor and lift your hips, keeping the body in a straight line from the shoulder to the knee. Take a breath and now see if you feel comfortable enough with your feet in the position they are. If not, try moving your feet back a little bit. Once you get down, bring your tailbone down first. And then we'll do that again. Press the shoulder blades in. Lift the heart. Tighten the abs. Push the feet into the floor and lift the hips. Keeping your knees pointing straight up to the ceiling. Does that feel a little better?
Feels good, yeah.
Usually when the legs are more perpendicular to the floor, that gives you more support. If they're in too much of an angle, then that's kind of a shaky balance. And then you
This
can,
is good.
yeah, so this, hold. And then you can bring the hips down. And we can get into relaxation. You can
Yay.
either keep your knees bent or extend your legs, depending on how you are more comfortable. Let there be some space between your arms and your torso. Palms up. If that's not comfortable, you can put them down. But generally, keeping the palms up will help keep the shoulders back. So we do all we can to keep the shoulders back. So feel the ground beneath you. Feel the contact your body is making with the ground. And let everything go. Soften the front of the body. Soften the face. Feel as though you're surrounded by a warm, soft, glowing light, warming you. soften from head to toe. So normally we stay here for 5 minutes. Letting your mind rest as well as the body. So not engaging in any thoughts. If you find your mind racing, focus on your fingertips, focus on your breath. As long as the body is completely relaxed, the healing fluids can flow freely throughout the body, bringing energy, vitality. Focus on the body. Let everything go. Relax.
And that's our show for today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.